I just want to shout out JuJu, man. Is he the next receiver one?
You tell me, man, because I can't keep up with who your receiver one. You said you was going to keep riding with Claypool.
Claypool had a touchdown. I'm good with that. No, but seriously, JuJu, dude, JuJu balled out yesterday. Like some of him finishing some of those catch and runs was awesome. Like the one I really loved was whenever Ben zipped it in the red zone.
Yeah.
He zipped it right to JuJu, and then
By the goal line, right when he almost scored. Yeah,
because like the throw, everyone was concerned about Ben's elbow because he was rubbing it and stuff, which I think they've been doing throughout this whole season.
Yeah, the massaging it, where to put.
I understand it came after a sack,
the oven bag on his arm and stuff.
Yeah, but that just went to show everyone, yo, my elbow's good, my arm's good. Zipped it in there, and then JuJu, I think he was stopped like 2 or 3 yards short of the first down. Just that second effort, that was badass, dude. So that was one of my favorite plays of the game. Just shout out to JuJu, that because he had some tough yards. Like we even just dumped it out to him.
The one on Humphrey was at 3rd and 2, I think it was, where we threw it to the right. He catches it, and it's literally him and Humphrey 1-on-1, and he just shows he's more man than a man. Drives his leg.
He did it a couple times. He's been doing it all season too. So it's just cool seeing the receiving core we have. Like Deontay, he has the agility, the side to side, make you miss. Claypool, kind of a combination of both, but like he's like the prototypical receiver, fast, can beat you down the field on some deep routes, and then JuJu slot, and then he's gonna get an extra 2 or 3 yards on you and just power through. It's really cool, man.
Absolutely. And the thing that I also love about JuJu is this. I mean, he's 23 years old. He's in a contract year. People forget that. You know how hard it is to keep your spirits upbeat. I mean, each week we see him, even if he's not even getting a target, man, he's down there celebrating with his guys. He
was dancing.
He's like the first one to high five a guy that scores a touchdown. We obviously remember him carrying Deontay, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like, I love that type of energy because from experience in contract years, it can be stressful. It can be very nerve-wracking because you're so consumed with, man, what are my numbers? What are my numbers? If my numbers are down, I'm not going to get the money I want. And you can get enamored with that. But seeing him and seeing his energy both on the field and post game, I don't think we should take that for granted because we've seen, especially here in Pittsburgh, where that hasn't always been the case with receivers here, man. A guy doesn't get the touches he wants. And even if the team wins, he's not happy. They aren't as, jubilant, or they're not as joyful about their teammates and celebrating with them. And that's not just here in Pittsburgh, but globally we've seen that. But to see JuJu and his energy throughout, and I talked about Claypool last week, highlighting him in that regard as well. I don't think it should be taken for granted. Absolutely. I don't think it should be taken for granted. I think those guys deserve to be talked about because they're being very unselfish in that regard. And like I said, for JuJu to be 23 years old in a contract year with all the scrutiny that was around him leading up into the season, for him to be able to still operate like that, man, it's a beautiful thing to see, man.
Interesting take on this. Hear me out. Mm-hmm. You know how people rip on JuJu for the social media videos or just having the social media presence, putting his time into that? Mm-hmm. What if that is the factor in him being so unselfish? Where he feels like, you know what, I'm confident in my stuff, outside of football, where, all right, whatever happens here, I'm good with. I'm just trying to have the team win and just not try to rock the boat. What if that's the case?
I mean, that could be. And
it's just trying to spin things a certain way. Like the thing that people rip JuJu on, it could actually be the positive thing that's helping him on the field being the team player.
Well, and I always say too, man, for the people that rip a person for what they post on social media, it's 24 hours in a day. It's not as if these social media clips are 24 hours long. So you really don't have a clue what this person is really doing with their spare time. We would always joke about the workouts, right? You see a guy post a 2-minute workout video and people are like, that's the hardest work I've ever seen. And we're like, bro, I was working out with him. He ain't even doing anything after that. He just walked out. Like, but you fell for it. And how many times we would see guys post workout videos, they get into camp and he's like, you're not even in shape. But everybody's swearing down that you're the hardest worker in America because of 2 minutes on social media. People have to realize, bro, social media, man, people are just showing you a glimpse of what they want you to see. That's it. So for the people that got issues and saying that JuJu's not focused or he needs to do more of that, it's like, bro, literally add up how much time these videos are that he's posting and tell me compared to how many hours in a day.
Because he ain't editing that.
Close, right?
He's not editing that.
Not at all, man. I'm going to do the vid and after that, send it to my team and they take care of it, man. So that's my other thing when it comes to the social media stuff and people criticizing for that, man. I just don't think it's warranted. I think a lot of times it does stem from a little bit of the jealousy element of it and just the fact that people people don't like to have to acknowledge the differences in people, right? People want
generations,
right,
whatever.
It's more so it has to be this way and this way only. And we're always like, well, no, it can be that or this or that. It doesn't have to necessarily be, if you're a wide receiver one in the NFL, you can't be on social media. You got to focus. You don't celebrate, you shake hands like Larry Fitzgerald and just walk off. Not everybody's Larry Fitzgerald. Not everybody operates like that. I mean, it's not a knock on them. It's just everyone's different. It's like a snowflake. We all are different, man. But people don't really like to acknowledge that when it comes to these type of situations. They feel like it has to be this way.
Like I said, what if it's a positive? But
I don't have issue with it, man.
You could spin it like that, where he's confident in himself, his brand, whatever it is, where he could just say, "Yo, I'm all about the team with football. I'm just trying to win, because whatever I've built outside of this, like that's always going to be there. I can get my money, whatever it is from that. So let's just win football games."
Absolutely, man.
That could be an interesting spin on it.